Let me on out, guys. And we'll get a full warm-up lap here. We'll just sort of clear our mind, focus on this track session here. We'll make our way on out. And again, you always want to make sure you leave the PDR running the entire time you're out on track. I don't think you guys were doing it, but sometimes people will turn it on and off, and that'll chop up your track session, but more importantly, the car has to refine the start-finish line again, so you might miss a good lap. So, just leave it running the entire time. And then again, remember, try to make the entries as wide as possible. I know everyone was looking at that on the video review. Use the turning cone. The corner entry as wide as possible. That's going to give you more room on exit to accelerate. Getting in early is going to compromise our exit. You'll be bouncing on and off the gas pedal on corner exit. And again, we'll try to keep your fingers off the paddles. It's pretty bumpy. You guys are going pretty fast. It's easy to accidentally nudge the paddle and get an errant shift. Use the apex here. To the left, turn 2 is pretty common to turn in early on, so wait for the turning cone. You can kind of see this groove through here. That's where all the grip is. That's the line through there. And out to the middle, not too wide. Gets a little wild out there on the left side. All the way out to the turn-in. A little light brake right now just to get some grip. Turn there, Paul. Down across the inside edge here. We'll treat this red brake cone like an apex. Get that close to it, looking good. Let the car turn here. Look for the apex at the bottom. Then up the right. So all the curving through this section is pretty wide and flat. It's user-friendly, so use it up. To the left, there's the turning cone. Again, we'll wait for it. Look right here. Keep steering in. Touch the apex. Turning cone, back to the left here. So carry the brakes in. Look right while you're on the brakes here. Look for the apex. Steer in for it. And careful, both of you guys, way too much exit curve back there. Try not to turn in early for turn 10. Got the gas. You do not want to drive up on that exit curve. Easiest way to spin out. Out to the left. And up to the right here. Let it turn. Turn 2, fourth gear. Wait for the top. Side. Brake initial. So you can just slowly let the brakes go. Look for the apex here. Turn. That's the other side. Good. Use the apex on the way. The brake cone as an apex on the way in. The right side here. And the car, light brake bounce through here to help the car turn. Use all the apex curbing. Good. Let it roll through here through the middle of turn 8. Try not to brake too late there. You don't want to add brakes as you're steering in. Down the left. All the way out to it. Look for the apex and use it. Towards the apex. Is that and out to the left? Up to the right. The apex here, again, fourth gear before turn 2. All the way up the top here. Brake. Look to the right while you're on the brakes. You're trying to go too far past the turning cone, Paul. Start turning the wheel. Turn. There you go. The inside edge. Brake through here to help it turn. Looking good. Look to the apex here. All the way out left, let it roll through the corner here. Wait on the gas, let the car just finish turning. To the right. Careful to get in a little earlier. That's what's pushing you up on that exit curb in there, Paul. And then follow me over the right side here. We're a little spread out, so we'll get gathered up. Follow me over the right. Yeah, not so quick, Paul. You're still going to stay behind me. Get gathered up. Ken and Chris, you'll see us on the inside edge. The exit curb there again, making sure we're not getting in early down there for turn 10. So we'll get gathered up here. We'll get another lap with Paul behind me. All right, so let's move over to the left. We're all gathered up. That was the one around there. Put some grip on the front end. Get out to the turn in. Let it roll through the middle here. Try not to brake too late there again. To the right, back left. Set it up line. Left. Alright, out to turn 10. Alright, so we're going to do our first rotation, but wait till the rotation comes and move to the inside. We don't need to be in a big rush to get to the inside. So after those, you can move to the right now, Paul. Hey, come on up, Ken and Chris. Oh, you'll jump in behind the white car. We'll get some laps here with Ken behind me. Again, making sure we're making the entries wide so we don't run out of room on corner exit. You don't want to go up on top of the exit curbing. We can touch a little of it, just the base of it, but we don't want to lean on too much of it. At the top here. Hey, look to the right while you're on the brakes. Steer in with the brakes. That'll help the car turn. Touch the apex. Touch the inside. The apex to the bottom here, keep steering in. Right. Soft brake through here to help it turn. Good, out left, let it roll through the middle of this corner, just wait on the gas. Get the apex. Back left. Turn. You're staring at the exit curbing. Try not to drive up on the exit curbing there, Kim. So look to the inside, use the apex, unwind right next to the curb. Alright, we'll think about the braking down here. And the brakes in, down to the apex. Looking up to the right, so just keep turning, trying to get in a little early there. Brake, carry the brakes in, wait on the downshift. You want to downshift just before you start turning in. Out the inside here. Real close, tight to the red brake cone. Up the right. Just watch our spacing a little little bit back there, Chris. Give him a little bit more room. We'll get you some laps when you get behind me. Thank you. The right side. Bring it left. Up the curb. Down. Turn. Yeah, you got to turn. You have to look for the stare out at the exit curb. Make sure you're looking ahead here. At the apex. The left looking up to the right. All the way up the top. Steering the brakes in, look to the inside here. Steering with the brake. Still tight to the brake cone on the way in here. We'll let it unwind. As you unwind it, squeeze the gas on. Look through these apexes through here. Down the left side. Roll through the middle of the corner here. Back left. Look left here, try not to drive straight there. Turn hard. Yep. Alright, we'll do our last rotation here. So after the rotation comes, Ken, you can move over to the right. Chris and Paul will come up. Ken, you'll get him in the gray car. Alright, we'll get some laps with Chris behind me here. Left, look up to the right here, let the car keep turning, look for the apex and use it. Look inside here, steering with the brake. Wide there, careful. Don't just jump on the gas, the car's not pointed right, so touch the apex, up the right. Off brake here. Right. Here, let it turn. Oh, so way too much exit, way too much. You almost ran off the track there, Chris. So, yeah, try not to use all the exit curve. Exit. Brakes, we'll run a speed here. Ease it off. Steer into the apex with the brake. Left, looking up right. Left. Steering the brakes in. Steering with the brakes. Look for the apex here. Cross the inside. Long line brakes here. Help it off. Straight run. Again, let it roll through the corner here. Careful on the exit there, out left. Oh, that's a lot of exit curve there. You gotta be careful there, guys, on the exit. Brakes in. with the brakes. To the right here, let it turn. All the way up the top. Right here. You're in. Tight to the red brake cone. Let it turn. Let it keep turning. Right here. All the way out left. Looking right. Let it turn. Down the left, careful, up a lot of exit curb there. Let the car turn here. Unwind right up next to the exit. Alright, so we're going to get gathered up. We'll start a cool down lap here, guys. We'll get gathered up. You can with us. There it is. A lot of exit curb there. Alright guys, we'll finish off with a cool down lap here. Stay in this formation. Need to worry about the downshift here. Let's let the car cool off a little bit. Let us cool off a little bit. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with the exit curbs, guys. Really easy to lose the car on the exit. Those others, they're tempting because there's extra pavement past the exit curb. Really slippery and greasy out there. Yeah, you can use a little bit of the base of them as some insurance, and then you'll have the rest of it as insurance. You don't want to cross completely over the exit curbs. Keep the cars on a line for sure on all your cool down laps today. Going pretty quick. I'm sure you hear the tires working hard. A lot of rubber shedding off the tires. Mixes with the dirt and rocks and junk out on track. If you wander out into that stuff, your tires are hot and sticky on the car. We call it pickup. That junk will just melt to your tires. Then the car sits for a few minutes and it cools to the tire. You'll definitely feel it next track session. Tires will be thumping around with no grip, bouncing on top of the track surface. And the only way to work that junk off is to go fast through some corners again. We'll just stay on the line for all the laps. The left turn signal's on here. Follow me in. So make sure you leave everything running here. I'm sure if you glance down there on the dash, performance timer, that'll be your best lap time of the session we just did.